Also with us are George Bowley and his daughter Laurie. They've been here before, and they are masters of what we call multiple recording.
Very good.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Hi, Laurie. Good to have you back with us, too.
Thank you.
In kind of really not too technical terms, if you can explain what you're going to do here to our uninitiated, unwashed audience, myself included.
Well, basically, nowadays, recordings are made on what's called the multi-track process, where they have multiple heads on tape recorders and they lay down different instruments side by side. In the old days, back when Les Paul first started multiple recordings, you had, as Jim mentioned, only one recorder, and then pretty soon they came with two recorders, and he would record a rhythm part on one tape, play that back, and record a bass part on the next tape. That tape would then become the master for the third generation, and they go back and forth building up this song until he got to the end. And so what I'm going to do here, what we're going to demonstrate is how that process evolved. We're going to start off with a rim shot, which I call a click track, because it's very important when you're recording all these different parts from different styles of instruments that you keep in time.
You got to keep the tempo right.
We got to keep the tempo right, because if you're a little bit off, why suddenly your runs don't sound too good. So we have done one here.
All right.
4, 5, 6,
That's your
7,
click track.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Now on top of that, I'm going to add a guitar part, so that when I wind up, I'll have the rim shot and the guitar part together. Okay.
Yeah.
And it sounds like this. Okay.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Now I'm going to add a bass part on top of the chords I just did. And it sounds like this. Okay, now I got 3. Now let's see. I'll put a chord on. That sort of gives a fill, fills it out in the background here.
All right.
And also, it's easy to play. Okay. Now I'm going to add what I call accents. I don't know what the rest of the community calls it, but I call it an accent. It'll go like that. Okay.
Okay.
We'll lay that on top of the rhythm section. Okay.
Looks easy, doesn't it, Jim?
Oh, piece of cake.
So far, so good.
Piece of cake. Okay. Now I'm going to harmonize that.
Okay.
Whoops. Okay.
With luck.
I love it. Okay. All right, now I'm going to play a low melody to this that Laurie's going to sing on top of. It's the same thing as the accent, but I'm going to shift it ahead in time a little bit and play it before the accent. Like that.
All right.
Okay, that's enough.
Now, this was the jingle that you all did. I'm proud of this because this was the jingle for Bill and myself for the show, and Laurie sings it.
Right, so when I finished doing the instruments, I set up an instrumental bed with all the effects on it.
With reverb.
Okay, and then I give her a microphone.
Yes.
And we come out with this.
Okay.
Bill Mayhew, Ed Walker, music experts, don't you know? Bill Mayhew, Ed Walker, host a television show. If you enjoy just hearing music old and new, I'll tell you they're the ones you want to listen to. Bill Mayhew, Ed Walker, on the All About Music show, on the All About Music show.
I love it. That's great. Isn't that neat? That's one. Boy, that out less is less, doesn't it?